How is it going, guys? Drew Peacock here, back with another video, and this video is just gonna feel unreal, but whatever, it's real. So let's just get into it. The new car is behind that door, and I'm still in shock. So let's just get straight to it.
Franco, let's do it.
That right there, guys, is a 2012 McLaren MP412C, and it is my new daily. I am super excited. The reason being, and I'll explain that in a second, it's a pretty good reason. I didn't just wake up and one day decide I wanted to buy one. I've actually been thinking about buying a car like this for a while. The original supercar I wanted was an Audi R8 V10. It is a great supercar, very reliable, and I thought that it would be a good choice. This, however, I think is the best steal of a supercar ever. Like, the price and everything for what you get, it's the best. I'll go over the McLaren with you guys in a second, but I know a few of you guys are probably worried, wondering where the hell are my other cars at if I went out and bought this. No, they're still here, okay? Supra, Daddy Supra's still here. He's still here. The Mustang is still at the shop, still getting the Coyote swap and everything. So these are gonna be my project cars, as in the Supra and the Mustang and Project WAP. Those are gonna be my project cars that I can work on and be hands-on and everything like that. But I needed a car that I can reliably beat on, and then if I wanted to, take it out the next morning and go to Starbucks, go to, you know, In-N-Out or McDonald's or whatever. And this car will do all that. This car will take a beating like Mike Tyson in the ring or something. It's just not gonna be fazed by it. It's just no issues to it. This car will be able to do everything this car can do, but better. I was getting pretty annoyed of daily driving race cars. It's fun for a while, you know, going and being able to race whoever you want, whenever you want. It's a fun gig going on, but when you're fixing parts more than you're driving the car, it's not that fun. When that's exactly why I bought that car right there. So yeah, don't worry guys, the Supra and for sure the blue Mustang aren't going anywhere anytime soon. So don't think that I'm quitting, you know, working on my cars and stuff like that and building them. They're still projects, but this is going to take some of the limelight for a little bit as my new car. So let me show you guys some of the cool things and interesting quirks of the McLaren MP412C. Felt like Doug DeMuro right there for a second. I don't know, it's still weird. All right, I'm gonna go over this car as if you guys have never seen it before. So if I'm repeating stuff that some of you guys already know, you're just ahead of the rest. Anyways, first things first, how do you get into the car? Well, if you go over here and you look, there's no door handle. There's nothing. You can look all along the door. There's no door handle. Even underneath, there's no buttons or anything. It's blank. So what you do is you whip out this bad boy, slide it underneath here, really quickly swipe it, and there you go. Now you can enter into your spaceship. Climbing into this car is not graceful at all. I still have not mastered it, but what you have to do is put your right foot in, you put your ass cheeks in, you snap your head in, and then you're in the spaceship. Yeah, the inside, very, very nice. I'm gonna climb out so you guys can get a better view. The interior is pretty damn simple. It looks really nice, but I don't know, it's like a minimalist interior. You have your power controls over there. That way you can adjust your aero and your powertrain. You have your gear selector right there. And the climate controls are on each door with a little LCD screen. So each door is responsible for each passenger. So this door is for the driver. That door has controls over there for the passenger. I'm not gonna go through everything because Doug DeMuro has a really good video on it, but I'm just giving you guys the basics, giving you guys a little rundown. Let's move on to the motor. The motor is hidden behind this glass. To open it, you simply walk over here, click this button, and then now you can lift on your quote-unquote hood. Underneath, can't really see much, but underneath there somewhere is a twin turbo V8. It's a smaller V8, it's only a 3.8 liter, but it is making over 600 horsepower, which on a car that weighs 3,100 pounds and is shaped like a spaceship, that thing really moves, as you guys will see later in the video. The front is surprisingly spacious compared to my roommate's Lamborghini. This is plenty of room. You know, if I want to go to the grocery store, I could put my milk, I could put my soda there, you know, some cookies, some maybe even a watermelon or two. Like, I got plenty of room underneath there. It's a little bit of a mess. I have my camera bag. I was recording with my GoPro a minute ago, so that's how it looks, and you have plenty of room. It's also really cool because if you notice, there's little ducts throughout the hood, and I was like, how the hell does air get in? Air will literally slide in through the cracks, and that's enough air to be pushed through these ducts and forced into there. I don't know where that leads, but I guarantee it's some sort of cooler of some sort, either radiator or one of the intercoolers, I don't know. But it's just really crazy how they're forcing every nook and cranny to be functional. I bet your Honda Civic Type R doesn't have that. The wheels and brake setup are amazing. It has the lightweight forged wheel package, and it has the carbon ceramic package, which is a really nice package to have if you are ever looking for one of these. These brakes are probably gonna last forever. They'll probably last longer than my career on YouTube, so that's really good and depressing at the same time. But carbon ceramics, you can get them red hot on the track and they're still gonna perform just as good as they were before. The wing doubles as downforce and just some streamlined performance, also as an air brake. So if I'm really into the throttle and I'm about to apply the brakes, this will actually lift. Sorry guys, my camera died while I was still talking about the wing. But anyways guys, enough talking about the car. Let me get in there and show you guys what this car is all about. All right guys, we're driving the McLaren and it still feels unreal. Like, I can't believe this is my car. It's wild. Like, growing up, never would have guessed it. Never would have guessed it. I mean, like, I always wanted to have a really nice sports car or supercar, but I would have never guessed in a million years that I would have one, especially like at this age, which is just absolutely insane. Cannot do it without you guys. Absolutely insane. So anyways, we're driving the McLaren. Let's go over the boring stuff first. As a normal daily driver, feels like any other car with fancy seats. It's really smooth, surprisingly smooth, actually, I'll say. My buddy who came with me to pick it up, we rode back in it, and he was like, dude, this thing puts my 528i to shame. Like, this thing just feels like you're just gliding, and he's right. Like, it does. You're just gliding in this car. It has different modes. We'll change them in a second. Right now I'm just normal daily driver mode, you know, automatic everything. It's just daily driver. If I want to, I could do the active and I could go to manual mode and use the paddle shifters and stuff like that. But for now, this will do. Once we get on the freeway and have some fun, then we'll switch to that mode. But yes, as a normal daily driver, very, very easy and comfortable to drive, and you have plenty of visibility. It is a weirdly large amount, actually. It puts like Camaros and modern muscle cars to actual shame. Like, I have quarter panel windows and everything, which is just, you know, I don't know, unreal. But now let's go on to the fun stuff. Switch it into active mode. I can now control it with my paddles. Also opens up the exhaust note a little bit. I'm gonna cut off this car, sorry buddy. And then I'm gonna go over here and get onto the freeway. This is the Mexico Interstate. Oh my God, fucking half throttle, and we were already at 75 on an on-ramp. Half throttle, like, oh my God. There's a difference in speed in this car for sure. Like, a lot of people that have been in it, like, they're like, dude, this thing's fast as fuck. My girl, she's been in all my cars many times, and when she climbed in this, she's like, it's fast, but I feel like your other cars are faster. And I'm like, I don't think so. Those cars just feel like you're going fast when you are. This car doesn't feel like you're going fast. I'm cruising at 80, and it feels like I'm cruising at, like, you know, 60 or 40. Like, it doesn't come, you know, transfer over the speed, which is you know, what this car's designed for. This car's designed for a high speed, you know, 150, 200 plus miles an hour, and you just don't get that feedback from the outside, unlike in my Supra and in my Mustang. If I'm going 150 in either of those cars, you feel like you're gonna die. If you're going 150 in this, you feel like you can do whatever you want and it's still gonna just take it. So that's one of the major differences with this car, is it doesn't feel fast, or I should say, it doesn't feel like you're going that fast, but your speedo is telling you, holy shit, you're about to go to jail. The exhaust note could be a little bit louder. That's something that maybe in the future I'll go ahead and do. I'm not sure, you know. We'll see how much I really want to get into modding this car. Just because shit's really expensive. I was already looking it up, and an exhaust alone is like $9 grand. $9,000 for a fucking exhaust. I don't know if it matters that much to me. It's already fast. Like, it could be faster, but it's already plenty fast. I'll show you. Air brakes up. I don't want to go too fast because I'm not trying to go to prison, but that little pull right there, I believe this, I looked down on the speedo side, around 60 miles an hour. We did not break the speed limit at all. No, I'm joking. No, we were going pretty damn quick. You know, I'm not trying to burn myself, but we were going pretty damn quick. If you guys could see the speedo, then, you know, you could take a peek at it, but we were moving, to say the least. To really see where this car is gonna shine, I need to take it to a canyon. I don't know if I want to get new tires first. I do just have Pirellis, and they're nice, but I feel like some Toyo R888s or, you know, anything would be a little bit more confidence inspiring when it comes to canyon driving or a really aggressive, you know, pulling G's into a corner type of driving. And that, again, that's what this car can do. I've already experienced a couple pretty good fucking, you know, grippy moments with this car. Like, this car can just handle it. Just eats it all up, and there's no body roll, there's no nothing. It's precise. It's not, you know, the newer supercars, they're electronic. You have that, like, you know, electronic feel to it. This is very, very responsive, and it has that direct feel of controlling the car to where, you know, you're getting that feedback instantly. It doesn't have that electronic feel at all. There's actually a fucking metal piece going through controlling the steering rack. So downshifts too. Going into first is a little bit of like it does like a blend, it sounds like, but when you're downshifting and you're going from like 5, you know, downshift to 4, downshift to 3, downshift to 2, like, sounds pretty damn good. It's not as crisp as my roommate's Gallardo, but his shit's also tuned, so maybe that's affected it, and he has an exhaust, so it just sounds like a lot better. But the downshifts and the shifting, it's really nice. I wouldn't say it's quite as fast as some other paddle shifting cars, but it's quick. I mean, it's a dual clutch. Like, it's gonna be fast. Doing double what the speed limit recommends, and this car has no problem doing it. Holy fuck! The great thing about this car is I trust it 100%. Now, that could be a downfall of it, but I trust the braking and I trust the grip. Like, with my other cars, I don't trust either of those. My Mustang, definitely do not trust the braking, definitely do not trust the handling and grip. Supra, I trust the braking a bit more in that car, and I do trust the handling a bit more than the Mustang, but still, nowhere near as precise and direct as this. Like, can't even come close. And that's where a lot of people kind of like to talk shit on supercars when they see them get gapped by like straight line only monsters. Sure, a Hellcat might be, I don't think a Hellcat will beat this, but a Hellcat might be able to beat some supercars. Like I said, I don't think this one. No Hellcats. Maybe modded, but I'm saying stock to stock. This is a stock car, man. And like, your Hellcat is around the same price as what I bought this for. So, who's really the clown? But anyways, stock to stock, I can't see a Hellcat beating this, but it could beat some other supercars, and that's true. But a Hellcat cannot do what the other supercars can do, and it can only go straight. You guys all know that. It can only go straight. Similar with Mustangs. Mustangs have evolved a little bit. They have their more dynamic suspension to hit crowds at different, you know, wavelengths and stuff like that. But most of the time, straight line cars are only straight line cars. and this car can do everything. So it's gonna, just like I said earlier, open up a whole like different view when it comes to cars in my channel. I'll do another pull really quick. I'll do a second gear. Second gear always feels fucking good. Here we go. Oh my God. You just get sunk into your seat. Like you're just being pushed over and over and over, deeper into your seat. It's just non-stop G-force, and yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. Like I said, my Mustang and my Supra might feel faster. I don't think they are. I think this thing is, it might not off the gate be faster, but I think this thing's gonna reel it in. Ooh, I should have put the windows down for that. If I had the windows down, it would have sounded a lot better, but still, just the sound this car makes, it's so like pure and like fine-tuned. It doesn't sound really, you know, raspy and burbly like it does sound burbly, but it doesn't sound really raspy and like untamed like some other V8s, and it just sounds like it's, I mean, it sounds exotic. I mean, it is what it is. It sounds great. The pistons on this thing, if it's a 3.8 V8, the pistons are gonna be tiny as fuck, and that's why I have an 8500 redline. I was gonna say 3500, what the fuck, but that's why I have an 8500 redline. The pistons are baby little pistons, but fast revving motherfuckers. Alright, I'm just gonna ease onto it because they're still right there. Oh my fucking God, man, this thing is insane. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get back to the house and wrap up this video. I don't want to, you know, spoil too much of the great things this car can do. So let's go back and wrap this up. So anyway, guys, there you have it. This is the new daily for the channel. Supra's still going to be built and the Mustang is still going to be built, but this will allow me to do it and drive it and enjoy it and have them last longer, and that's really what I want. I'm tired of driving around the other cars and them just falling apart. This will be the new daily. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this car. I'm going to drive the shit out of it. I'm going to take care of it, and this will bring a whole lot of new content to the channel, such as track days and, you know, exotic car meets and stuff like that. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, so I hope you guys are excited. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys are excited to see this car on the channel. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, so if you are, hit subscribe, like this button, and let me know, if I were to wrap this car, what color would you wrap it? I don't know if I'm going to, but if I were, what color would you wrap it? Anyways, until next video, peace, and thank you guys so much for all the support.
Franco, let's do it.